What if I told you that even Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, once faced a heartbreak he could never truly forget? At the height of his fame, Elvis fell deeply in love with a stunning Hollywood actress, convinced she was the woman he wanted to marry. But decades later, at the age of 92, that same actress, Debra Paget, finally revealed why she turned him down. And the truth was far more shocking than anyone imagined. Her decision had nothing to do with rejecting a superstar or resisting fame. Instead, her heart already belonged to someone else, a secret love that even Elvis couldn't compete with. That rejection haunted him so deeply that years later he married a woman who looked strikingly like Debra, almost as if he was chasing the ghost of the love he lost. This is the untold story of Debra Paget, the woman who broke Elvis Presley's heart and made a choice that changed both their lives forever. Born Deborah Lee Griffin in 1933, she grew up under the guidance of a mother determined to make her a star. By 14, she had signed a contract with 20th Century Fox and quickly found herself in Hollywood's harsh spotlight. Her debut in Cry of the City at just 14 years old forced her to perform mature roles well beyond her years, including a controversial on-screen kiss with an adult actor. Her natural talent and poise caught attention, but her early exposure to the pressures of fame came with a cost. By the 1950s, Debra was known for her striking beauty and what studios called her exotic look, a label that led to typecasting. She was often cast in roles that emphasized her difference from the typical American leading lady, like her role in Broken Arrow opposite James Stewart, where she played a Native American maiden at just 16. Despite the challenges and uncomfortable transformations required for such roles, including darkened skin and painful contact lenses, Debra's performances were consistently compelling. Her big break came in 1956 with two major films, The 10 Commandments and Love Me Tender. It was during the latter that she met Elvis Presley. On screen, their chemistry was electric. Off-screen, it was undeniable. Elvis was captivated by her beauty and grace, describing her as the most beautiful girl he'd ever seen. He courted her with genuine affection, even visiting her parents to seek their approval for marriage. But despite his devotion, Debra turned him down, a decision that shocked Hollywood and left Elvis heartbroken. Behind her polite refusal was a complicated truth. Her parents disapproved of the match, and she was already under the watchful influence of one of the most powerful men in America, billionaire Howard Hughes. Hughes had taken a particular interest in her career and personal life, showering her with gifts and attention, but also exerting a controlling presence that affected her freedom, both professionally and romantically. Debra's relationship with Hughes was emblematic of old Hollywood's darker side. The blurred lines between power, influence, and control. While Hughes's involvement may have protected her career, it also bound her in ways that limited her choices. For Elvis, her rejection was devastating. Many believe it left a wound that never fully healed. Years later, when Elvis met Priscilla Beaulieu, fans couldn't help but notice the uncanny resemblance. Same dark hair, pale complexion, and delicate features. Even Debra herself remarked that they could have been triplets. Some say Elvis was subconsciously trying to recreate the love he'd lost, turning Priscilla into a mirror image of the woman who once said no. After stepping away from acting, Debra Paget's life took a remarkable turn. Tired of being typecast and objectified by Hollywood, she sought peace and meaning beyond fame. She became a devout Christian and later hosted programs on the Trinity Broadcasting Network, using her platform to share faith and hope rather than scripted lines. Her transformation from a Hollywood starlet to a woman of deep spirituality reflected a journey of resilience and self-discovery. Looking back, Debra's story is both tragic and powerful. A tale of beauty, fame, and the sacrifices demanded by a relentless industry. Her decision to reject Elvis Presley wasn't just about love. It was about survival, control, and the cost of living under constant scrutiny. For Elvis, it was a heartbreak that shaped his romantic life forever. For Debra, it was the beginning of her liberation. In the end, their paths diverged. But the echo of their brief connection still lingers in Hollywood's memory. A haunting reminder that even the king of rock and roll wasn't immune to the pain of a love lost.